Galen's Great Gidgety Gala Machine. Galen was a boy who loved to make things, but his workshop was a bit of a mess. He had half-finished birdhouses, wobbly chairs, and a clock that ticked backward. Beside him stood Ro, a helpful robot built from old rulers, copper scales, and measuring cups. Today, they had their biggest idea yet. The Great Gidgety Gala Machine, a marvelous invention designed to bake the world's tallest cake. To build the frame of the machine, Galen needed to be precise. He pulled out a long, yellow tape. "If the base is too short, the cake will topple," he whispered. He looked at the blueprint. He needed exactly 1 meter of sturdy oak wood. He knew that even a small mistake in length could lead to a giant disaster. Ro zipped over to help. "Remember, Galen," Ro chirped, 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. And if we need to be really tiny and careful, we use millimeters. There are 10 millimeters in every single centimeter. Galen carefully marked the spot at 100 centimeters. He felt like a master builder. With the frame built, it was time for the dry ingredients. The machine needed flour, lots of it. Galen pulled out a bag, but he didn't know how much to use. "We measure how heavy things are in grams and kilograms," Ro explained. "A single gram is as light as a paperclip. A kilogram is much heavier, like a big bag of sugar." Galen placed a large bowl on a digital scale. He needed 500 grams of flour. He poured slowly, watching the numbers climb. 200, 350, 490, and finally, 500. "Perfect," Galen said. "Now we need 2 kilograms of sugar. That's 2,000 grams. He felt the weight of the sugar as he lifted the heavy bag into the machine's hopper. "Don't forget the butter," Ro reminded him. Galen looked at the scale again. He needed 250 grams of butter. He realized that weight was different from length. You couldn't use a ruler to see how heavy something was. You needed the steady hand of a scale to tell the truth. Now came the trickiest part, the liquids. The machine needed milk and vanilla. Ro held up a clear measuring jug. "This is for capacity," Ro said. "Capacity is how much liquid a container can hold. We use liters for big amounts and milliliters for small drops." Galen carefully poured the milk into the jug. He stopped exactly at the 1 liter mark. "That's 1,000 milliliters," he noted. Then, using a tiny dropper, he added 5 milliliters of vanilla. He saw how the liquid filled the space inside the jug, taking the shape of the container. It was time. Galen and Ro checked the measurements one last time. Length, correct. Weight, correct. Capacity, correct. Galen pulled the giant lever. The machine hummed word and began to puff out clouds of sweet-smelling steam. The measurements were working together like a perfectly timed orchestra. The oven door creaked open, and out slid the most magnificent, perfectly balanced 10-tier cake ever seen. It wasn't wobbly, and it tasted delicious. Galen hugged Ro. "I used to think numbers were just for school," Galen said, "but now I know they are the secret to building something great."